So we're just going to do some exercises. So starting with your feet together, and we're going to go into a standing meditation. And this you can use when you're anywhere in town, you're in a bank line or in the grocery store. You can use this position to drop into your body, and what it does is align the spine so the energy really flows smoothly. So it's a wonderful thing to practice anywhere, anytime. So start with your feet together, just stepping out to the left. And you can have a look down and just make sure that your feet are parallel, so you don't want to have your toes out or in. So having a little look. And they're hip width apart. So really feeling your feet on the ground wherever you are, you know, squeezing your toes a little bit, getting that sense of the earth underneath you. Just bending your knees a little bit so your knees are slightly flexed, they're not locked. And you want to drop your sacrum, so it's not a pelvic tilt, but a dropping. So the lower body is sinking into the earth. And the upper body, you've got this string that's going up through the center of your body, and it's reaching up to the heavens through the top of your head. So it's like a string was attached here, and it's just pulling upwards a little bit. And that really aligns the spine nicely. You've got these little energy balls that are underneath your armpits, so your arms aren't stuck to your body like this, but just relaxed, and a little bit of space in here. Okay. Your eyes are just a little veiled, so you can have them just softly veiled. And your tongue is on the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth. From this position, we can do something called pouring, which is really just a very simple exercise. Again, you can do it in the bank or the grocery store lineup. And it's working with the fluids in the body, so the blood and the lymph fluids in the body. And it's very simple. You're just very slowly moving from one foot onto the other. So all my weight is on the right foot now. And then slowly pouring into the left side, moving from side to side. And the knees are flexed, so you're a little bit lower. Pouring, really working the fluids. And breathing, nice deep breaths at the same time. Good. Really working, doing some stretching, rolling the shoulders, little warm-up exercises. Take it to your own limits. Really go to the maximum rotation. So go a few times towards the back, and then changing directions. Nice and slow. Do it nice and slowly. Feels good. And then putting your lower lip on top of your top lip, leaning your head back, and then flexing it forward. I'm doing that again. Flexing it forward. One more time. And turning the head to the left as far as it will go comfortably, and then just a tiny bit farther, and then to the right. And then again, rolling the shoulders. You can put your hands on your shoulders and rotate your elbows. And then bringing some of your chest into it as well. So opening the chest. Good. Now, placing your hands on your lower back, and just rotating the hips, nice and slow, taking it to your own comfort levels. And the other way. then bringing your left foot back so it's close to the right, and doing the rotations again, nice and slow. The other way. Now placing your hands on your knees. If you have some knee issues, you can use your fingertips to really press the pressure points, the acupuncture points that surround the knee. You can really wiggle your fingers around and get your fingers into those areas, putting some pressure as you rotate. Again, nice and slow. And the other way. And then either lifting your foot if you have balance. You can put your hand on a chair or something and just rotating the ankles. And give your foot a little shake. And then the other side, rotating the ankles. All kinds of acupuncture points that open up when we do this. Really opening up the whole channels, the meridian channels. The ankles and the wrists. So working the wrists a little bit, spiraling. And giving your hands a little shake. So we're going to open up again and resume our Wuji position. I just want to talk a little bit about the breath. So when you're breathing in, you're breathing into your belly. So your chest is not rising, but your belly is expanding this way. So I'll turn to the side so you can see the breath in and the breath out. And the other thing to be aware of during our Qigong practice is that the energy or the Qi follows where our mind is. So if we're working on a particular move and we're like, for example, gathering energy, where you focus your mind is where the energy will be. So it's a very important thing to practice. It's really one of the key elements of Qigong. So we're just going to do something called ring the temple bell, the temple gong. So in this position, your Wuji position, you're just going to start moving, doing the pouring exercise, so moving from one foot to the other foot. And now we're going to rotate our hips. So we're starting to turn the hips and moving a little faster. And now the arms are really just swinging. They're just moving along from the rotation of the hips. And we can gain speed a little bit. And now our hands are tapping on our body. So you can imagine the kidneys in the lower back. So as you're tapping, you're breaking up any stagnant energy, releasing it. Remember to breathe into the belly. And as your left hand strikes your right side, you're working with your liver, breaking up any stagnant energy that's in the liver, and breathing, releasing it through the breath. And as your right hand strikes your left side, the spleen energy, any worry. Nice deep breaths. And now you can let your hands strike your heart and your lungs. And the lungs carrying grief, sadness, belly breathing. Seeing the energy, the stagnant energy in the lungs, breaking loose and being released with the breath. Now you can tap down the body, down the legs, maybe down to your knees. And if you have any areas in your body that maybe an old injury or any area that might need particular attention, you can focus on that. A little bit of tapping. Again, remembering that the movement is coming from the hips. And now just slowly coming to a still point. Feeling what it feels like in your body. And we'll do one cleansing line. So gathering the energy from the earth, gathering the energy from the heavens, and doing one cleansing line. Just a calming of the energy. And then the next exercise is fun. It's shaking, it's working with the blockages in the body. You can raise your hands like this up above your head. Go up in your toes if you have the balance. If not, just keep your heels down. A little flex and you start shaking. And you can do this very gently. It can be a gentle shake. So letting the hands loose. Letting the wrists go. This is wonderful if you're working on the computer a lot or doing any kind of repetitive motion with your hands, your wrists. It's a wonderful release. Shaking, breathing. And you can make some noise just to let all that energy release. And again, a little bit of pouring from one side to the other. And then if you like, you can work down from the top of the head, just paying attention to all the different body parts. So, moving your head a little bit, your neck, shoulders, elbows and the wrists, and your chest and your back. Moving with the hips a little bit. Knees, ankles, toes. And then coming to a still point, back to the original standing position. And just breathing and sensing the tingling in your body. Just do a little scan and just feel how there's a difference between before we started and now. Nice deep breaths into the belly. And we're going to gather some energy, gathering energy, or chi as we call it, from the earth and from heaven. So we're going to reach down. Now, if you have bad knees, make sure you're working with your comfort levels. Sit back a little bit as you reach, and we're going to gather energy from the earth, bringing it up through the body, and then breathing in and gathering energy from the heavens. Pulling it down through the top of your head. And again, gathering the earth energy. And you can visualize it being a golden color. And as you reach up and you gather energy from the heavens, imagine it being a silver color. And this is just flooding your body. And then one more time. Reaching down, gathering energy from the earth. Beautiful golden energy. And reaching up and gathering silver energy from the heavens, drawing it down into the body. And just place your hands on your belly for a moment, just about below the navel. And just digesting those energies. And now imagine that you're picking up a ball And you've got this, it's like a beach ball. And now you're just exploring it. So we're doing some energy exploration here. So see if you can feel the edges of the ball. And then play with it a little bit. See if you can expand the ball and put your hands together a little bit and condense the energy. Just have a little play. And then you can rotate the ball, so you can turn it one way. You can turn it the other way. Just playing with the idea of chi energy between the hands. And now we can just put the ball down, back to Wuji. Now we're going to circulate some of this energy that we've gathered. So putting your weight into the left foot, and you're turning your right foot out so it's towards the corner. And you want to place it in a position so that when you move forward, you're on top of your ankle and not too far. So you want to make sure that when you step out, you're in a balanced position over the ankle. And we're drawing the energy up with the hands, pushing out this way, gathering the energy, lifting your toes, and then circulating the energy down the leg. And back up the leg, placing the toes down when you push out, pulling the energy in, circulating the energy down through the body, down the leg. And one more time on this side. Good. And now pivoting your right foot back, pivoting your left foot open, bringing the energy up, pushing out, drawing in, circulating, lifting the toes, down the leg, exhaling, inhaling, circulating the energy, and one more time. Pivoting your left foot back. Now we're going to clear our energetic space. So we're gathering some energy to the heart. We're going to turn our hands towards the side, and you want to extend your fingers out. And it's quite a forceful pushing away because we're clearing our space. So let's try that. So inhale, and on the exhale, pushing to the side, clearing our energetic space. Now we'll try it again. We're going to lift to the heart. Turn your hands over and clearing upwards. And breathing in. Turning the hands over, clearing. Like lifting all the weight off your shoulders. Anything that's not needed. No energetic disturbances. All clear. In, turning, clearing the space. And now on the next inhalation, turning the hands over at the heart and pushing down. And when you're gathering the energy, you're gathering it from all the resources that are available to us. The earth, the plants, the water, all the elements, from the sky, the stars, the sun, the moon. We're gathering from prayers that are made by friends and family. We're gathering energy from masters, enlightened beings, all of the energies that are available, all the resources. Gathering them with our intention, with our mind focus, and bathing in those energies. So we're bathing the body, we're bathing our skin, we're bathing our organs, we're bathing our whole key matrix, all the meridian lines, and we're bathing our bone marrow, which is really important. So just gathering and bathing and enjoying, breathing, and really being present. So let's try that. Gathering from all of the resources, drawing it into our bodies. And again, using the breath, imagining it washing down, bathing through all the different layers. Breathing in. Belly, gathering all of the energies, imagining it just washing down through your organs, into the bone marrow. You can see the bone marrow of your head, your skull, your arms, your spine, all the ribs, your pelvis, your legs, your feet. And one more time, gathering and bathing in this beautiful light. Now we're going to put our hands together, rubbing, making some heat. And just give your face a wash and your head. So just putting some of that nice energy into your face and down the back of your neck, your head. And again, washing the face. And now we're going to trace some meridians. So we're starting at the lower back. The kidney area is right below the ribs, just kind of tucked in the lower ribs. Put some energy into your kidneys. And then just trace the yang meridians down the back of the legs, around the toes, and up the yin meridians of the leg, circling back to the kidneys. We'll do that again. Imagining the energy of your hands flowing up into the meridians. One more time. Good. And again, rubbing the hands together. And taking that energy, putting your right hand on your liver, which is just tucked in underneath the rib cage. And your left hand over the spleen, and you're clearing the anger out of the liver, any anger, stored anger, residual Just clearing that out, refreshing it with fresh energy. And the spleen is a place where we carry worry, some anxiety, so allowing that to release and replenishing the energy. Nice deep breath. Rubbing the hands together. Placing your hands on the kidneys, again right at the lower part of your ribs in the back. Absorbing the energy and clearing away any fear that might be stored in the kidneys. And one more time, rubbing the hands together. Placing your hands over your heart, place where we carry joy. And we're going to do one cleansing breath. So breathing in, gathering the energy from the earth, gathering energy from the heavens, and just a settling cleansing. And it's always good to focus at the end of a Qigong session, just bring our awareness to all of those in need in the world. So we can bring our hands up like this, and we dedicate our practice for the benefit of all those in need. Sending some of this healing light energy out into the world where it's most needed. And weight into the right, drawing in the left foot. And we'll do a closing, thanking the ancient energy masters and Roger Janke for these exercises. So we're going to gather some energy and taking it deep past the superficial layers, really deep into the body, into the organs, and most importantly into the bone marrow, deep down into the center of our bones. So breathing in, and you want to make sure your belly is Buddha, lie down, sweetie. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down.